pretty strong. I can feel it. If you happen to have pets or live in a dusty environment, I'm sure you know how annoying it is to have to dust every other day because somehow, no matter what you do, there's just dust coated on everything, like a thick layer. You're like, whoa, how is that possible? I'm not actually even sure, but it happens to me. Inside the studio, there's dust everywhere. Not only is it annoying, but it's also unhealthy because if you think about it, if there's dust everywhere, you're breathing it in too. So if you have trouble breathing, you might want to look at how dusty your environment is. And I can just show you right now. If I just sweep up here, like, look at that. That's terrible, and I just dusted last week. It's insane, and I gotta stop it. So with that being said, right here, I have the Blueair DustMagnet 5440i air purifier that can cycle the air in a 356 square foot room in about 12 minutes, so that means your air is being cycled 4.5 times an hour just by pressing a button. Now that sounds pretty amazing, and the thing is, I've seen a lot of air purifiers on the market, but this one is actually marketed as the DustMagnet, so I'm hoping it actually does a very good job getting dust because it's in the name. Now to pull this off, it actually creates somewhat of an air vortex around the unit so it can actually trap dust inside of the filters before it can settle on the ground and on your electronics. Once the dust is inside, it actually has negative ions, so it'll attract the positive ions like a magnet and then stop them from being exported out in the air. Science, right? Using its HEPA filters, it's able to capture 99.97% of dust, pollen, and dander, as well as gas, smoke, and pet odors, you name it. It can filter it out, apparently. It also does have an app so you can see your air quality inside as well as the air quality outside, although, you know, it's not live. It's, you know, based on the internet's air quality index that you're getting from your local area, but that's great so you can compare how the air is outside with inside, especially if you have a window open. Now, one thing a lot of people don't like about air purifiers in general is the noise, but this thing is apparently going to be very quiet. On its lowest setting, it's going to be about 30 decibels, which is like a whisper, and then at its highest setting, only 45 decibels, which is like a regular conversation, so it doesn't sound too bad. Although still, you're probably going to hear it go in the background if you really pay attention, but if you're watching TV or something, it should drown it out. And one of the other amazing things about this is, you know, you have an air purifier, you set it in your room, everyone walks in, they're like, huh, you got an air purifier, huh? So what they did here is this is actually a tabletop air purifier and not necessarily one that goes on a table, although right now it's on a table, so it can be done. It's just, you know, bigger, but it actually has a tabletop built into it, so you can actually use it like an end table. So that's pretty cool. That way it's multifunctional. You're not just taking up space in your room. You can actually use it for dual functions, cleaning the air and, you know, putting your garbage on top. Now with that being said, we got the box here, decent size, coming in at 15 pounds. And I mean, hopefully this is gonna be amazing because I am tired of dust and I wanna do anything I can to get rid of it because every time I come in the studio, I gotta dust things off because it's all over the table and it starts flying in the air. Nobody likes that, it ruins the videos. Like, look, you can see some hairs flying around right now just opening this box. That's insane. Now I did just notice there's another box inside of the box, and I'm not about to go over my spiel again, but you guys can see how the actual retail box is, I guess. The other one looked like a retail box, that's why it confused me. Looking great, as you can see, nice design. There is actually a lower model of this same DustMagnet series available, although it doesn't look as nice. It's just solid white plastic. This actually has a nice dark gray design, and you'll see it when we open it up. This side is in like French or something. Let me go to the English side, here we go. Yeah, DustMagnet technology. The patent pending DustMagnet technology is uniquely designed to powerfully attract dust like a magnet before it settles on floors and surfaces. See? Patent pending, it must be awesome, right? We have HEPA silent technology, Blueair's unique filtration technology that delivers more clean air with less noise and less energy consumption. What is this, like cubic feet per meter or something? It can do smoke, dust, pollen, recommended room size up to 357 feet squared, based on 5 air exchanges per hour, sound level 30 to 50 decibels, power consumption 7 to 42 watts, and it also has that Scandinavian furniture design designed to blend in your home so you can place your air purifier anywhere it'll be most effective. So that way you don't have to hide it in a corner where it doesn't really do that great of a job because it's in a corner and 2 of the sides are covered. Designed for a life with less cleaning. Designed in Sweden. I mean, hopefully Sweden can stop me from cleaning stuff all the time. Okay, this thing's looking pretty nice actually. But here we go, let's get this plastic off real quick. And it looks like I actually have it upside down. Whoops, let me just this. Actually, I'm gonna need it upside down to put the legs on. This design looks very nice compared to the solid white one. This looks like a speaker or something. People are gonna think it's your sub. But like I was saying, we do have 4 feet here, so it can actually stand up like a table. And the good thing about this is it's actually elevated off the ground, so more airflow can be coming through the bottom. Very nice, because it does have 2 filters, one in the top and one in the bottom. We also have this big boy user manual. And then we have the power cable here, which is attached so you can't remove it, so keep your animals away from it if they chew this up. I guess you need a whole new air purifier. And this thing isn't cheap. But, you know, regular, I thought it was supposed to be 3-prong, but it's only 2 prongs, you know, whatever, I guess it works. That's really easy. All you have to do is screw in these legs. We got the legs installed. This thing does look amazing. One of the best designed air purifiers, I can tell you that much. A lot of them just look like big blocks or something. We actually have this little like rubber or leather branding right here. That, like, this thing just looks premium. I like it. Up here on the top, we actually have the LED light that does 5 different colors depending on your air quality. You want to have it blue. The closer it is to blue, the better, and the closer it is to red, then you might be dead. Of course, right here, we can see that tabletop, and it actually is indented a bit so things won't go flying over. I mean, you could actually put a plate on here and eat off of it if you really want to. You need a table to eat while you're watching TV, why not? We do have this big monster vent up here on the top, as well as a big monster vent down here on the bottom. Then over here on the side, we also have some more vents on both sides. Over on this side, it's closer to the bottom. Over on this side, it's closer to the top. And remember, that's how it's gonna make that vortex of air to trap all the particles. Basically making a tornado, I guess. Wow, this thing looks nice. We have that fabric design here. It doesn't really feel too fabric-y, but it has that fabric look for sure. If you take a close look, you could probably see that big vent right here. It's a little hard to see depending on the angle. And like I was saying, over here on the back, we do have the top and bottom filters, and we do have to remove the plastic before using it. So let's pull this thing out. If you're looking for replacement filters, you're looking for the Blueair combo filter for DustMagnet 5400. And if we also look on the top, we have a power button, Wi-Fi indicator, fan speeds, and all that good stuff. Okay, I just powered it on. We have the blue LED light flashing. I think that means it's in pairing mode. So now we're gonna go inside the App Store, download the Blueair app, open it up, make an account, all that good stuff. Up top, you can add your location, or it can actually use your GPS location and tell you your outdoor air quality so you can compare your inside and outdoor air together. But we're gonna skip that for now. We're gonna connect a product, DustMagnet, searching for Bluetooth. Just like that, we can see it in here. It's available for pairing. We're gonna tap on it. It's connecting. All right, we're 40% complete. We're gonna connect to Wi-Fi. All right, so it looks like we're connected. Now the problem is I did notice it only supports 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi connections because the 5 gigahertz network just was completely invisible. I couldn't see it. Now that's not necessarily a bad thing because, you know, it doesn't really matter how fast the speed is or anything. But if you happen to not have a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi connection because you completely got rid of it, you might have some issues here. Just keep that in mind. You can give your purifier a name, tap on next. Finalizing setup. It says excellent so far. My air is clean. I kind of doubt that, but it is solid blue, but then again, it's also not sucking in any air yet, so maybe that's something to do with it. So inside the app, this looks pretty cool. We have the PM 2.5 score, which is 0 right now, and I guess that's perfect, but I guess if it's at 0, that's definitely a sign right here that it didn't check anything. So let's actually turn the fan on. Let's max it out. So this is max speed. I can feel it shooting air out of the sides. I guess it's sucking in the top and the bottoms then? Okay, so that makes sense. I mean, this is pretty strong. I can feel it. Okay, right up against the air, it says it's about 80 decibels, which is actually pretty loud, but you know, if you're not gonna be sitting, I guess you might be sitting next to it if you're using it as a table. But if you're over here, it's at 54, so you know, the further away you are, and I could actually see dust flowing around in front of me, so I guess it's working. You can see the filter status down at the bottom is 99%. You can schedule stuff, welcome home. You can even adjust the LED brightness. Which LEDs? Okay, so it adjusts all the brightnesses of the LEDs so that way it doesn't keep you up at night. I mean, it's pretty small, but I guess it could be bright. I can see dust flying around in front of me. Are they gonna suck it in? I can see it on the table. I go over there. It is. Now, one cool thing I did notice is by pressing the plus and minus buttons, you can incrementally increase the speed, so it doesn't have to be 1, 2, or 3. It can go anywhere in the middle. You know, it is very quiet at 1, so you really won't notice it if you're watching TV or something. But let's max this out. I want to clean the air. You can actually set it to auto mode too, which I guess right now is going to bring it all the way down since it thinks the air is amazing. Huh. Someone just set it all the way back up to 3. There's even a night mode if you want it to be quiet and still running at night. It's at 0. So I'm gonna let this run for a little bit and see what happens. All right, so I moved the air purifier, had it going for a couple hours, and it did jump up to 3 as I moved it. Went to 1, back up, back down, and now it's still at 0. To be sure, I actually brought out my air quality meter here, and as you can see, if we look at the PM 2.5, we are still under 1 no matter what, so it's basically 0 and it's good. But overall, the air purifier works well. It's very quiet for an air purifier. It looks nice. You can use it as a table, and it's easy to put somewhere in sight without it looking like an eyesore. So not bad, although for the price, I don't know. I mean, I guess just get any air purifier and get one of these or something, because this actually tells you more stuff too. If you want to check out the video on this, link right here, but it actually tells you not only the PM 2.5, but also the TVOC, the temperature, CO2, as well as RH, so you can see more stuff about the air. So, you know, a standard air purifier that can work, along with one of these, will get you the best experience of all the worlds, as long as the air purifier does a good job at trapping dust, even though the DustMagnet, patent pending, so they might have something else.